Amen. So, thank you, Simon. Maayong gabi sa tanan. Dili ako ang first speaker, but I am very privileged to introduce our first speaker tonight. He is ingon iyang wife nga isure jud nga kuan sumsulti jud nga married siya. So I will emphasize nga that he is happily married to his wife Ma'am Kati, and naa sila one beautiful boy si Josh. He is the CEO and founder of Select Technologies, and he is also Spinjin Corporation. So tonight he will be speaking to us about the technology side aning mark of the beast. No, is it applicable sa ato karon? No, what is the technology that makes up this mark of the beast? Is it here now, or wala pa? No, and more importantly, is that technology already in the vaccine? No, and is that's what's going around karon? So I hope si Sir Norman can answer that tonight. Please help me welcome our first speaker tonight, si Sir Norman Curato this evening. Sir Norms.
Thank you, Marge. Ako lang palayo ang kuan ha para mag-remove lang kog mask, di ko ginhawa. Ha? Bitaw. Okay, good evening sa tanan. Thank you for coming here this evening. We have an interesting topic, and mine is to clarify, is the vaccine the mark of the beast? Maklaro ba? Maklaro dito na. Okay? So before we do that, let's all rise. Mag-ampo ta. No, let's pray. Actually, mag-ampo ta para sa akong sake, para dili ko kulbaan. No. Let's pray, Lord. Thank you for this evening and for the wonderful audience, mga churchmates namo, Lord, o visitors. We pray tonight you will give us wisdom, clarity of mind, and thank you for this fellowship tonight. We pray that you will bless your word as it is spoken of tonight. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So my goal tonight are as follows. Number one, to clarify the issue, is the vaccine the mark of the beast? No? So, just to give you a little context, prior to this meeting, doon ay one or two nato nga mga kauban sa ministry, nakapangunta na gid sila. And actually, before coming here, nag-invite mig mga friends, and we knew that this was really an issue, kay ni-invite si Kati sa iyang friend, and yan, isulti siya nga, oh, nindot ang inyong topic mo, attend ko, pero nakapabaksin na ba ko? Ano ba? So, nagunahuna gito siya nga mark of the beast, no? So, let's clarify this issue this evening. Without further ado, I'll just give a little bit of background and disclaimer. So, ang katong part that, I am in the tech industry, human naman to introduce, no? But just a little bit of disclaimer, because, although I do not represent this vaccine, I am currently part of a national task force in charge of formulating strategies for the safe and expeditious rollout of 80 million vaccines arriving this July 2021. Pero let me throw out a disclaimer. I am neither an advocate of or am I an anti-vaxxer. No? Ang akong role is because of my expertise in information technology, where as we move the vaccines in the Philippines, it has only 6 months of life. At our current pace of vaccination, it will take us about 3 years and 8 months to vaccinate the whole population. Which means, ang 6 months nga shelf life, wala na, upos na. So we're creating strategies to make it possible for us to vaccinate the population in 6 months. So that's my role. Again, your choice, ug mapag-vaccinate mo or dili is your choice. We like the position of Pastor Ken. You have individual soul liberty, but I would like to make sure that you're making that decision nga dili kanang based on rumor or misinformation. You should make that decision based on actual facts, whether or not angay ba na para nimo. So this is our goal tonight. Let me just clarify that. Now, I do not have sides. Whether or not you will take the vaccine, that is your prerogative. Okay? So, just putting it out there. Okay? Next. So, what is actually the vaccine? Is it a political symbol? No? If it is a symbol, how does it cause a great behavior shift in commerce and politics. So, is it a religious seal? If it is, what religious dynamics are involved that will cause people to voluntarily receive it? No? Is it a piece of technology? If it is, how does it operate such that it will exempt people from marketplaces? Okay, naman na sa Bible, good. And the reference verse for that, now let's open our Bibles to Revelation chapter 13, verses 16 to 18. Sige, I'll give you a little bit of time. I'm going to read from my notes here. Revelation 13, 16 to 18 says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." This is talking about the second beast, which is the false prophet, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the mark of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. That is where the number 666 comes from. Okay, 60 is actually 16, or 30, yeah. So 666. Okay. So first, the question, is it a political symbol? Like the symbol of, the United Nations, or the Vatican, or the Democrat or Republican parties, even that of the United States, no? According to Revelation chapter 13, 1 and 2, "And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns." Please note the 10 horns. "And upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy." Note verse 2, and please take note of the animals that are mentioned here. "And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet was as of the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon," this is Satan, "gave him his power and his seat and great authority." So the passage here is talking about the first beast, which is the Antichrist. Now, there are descriptions, and we need to follow these descriptions because this is also mentioned in Daniel chapter 7, verses 3 and 6. So that reference in Revelation 13 about the 4 beasts are actually here in Daniel chapter 7, verses 3 to 6. Let's read. "And the 4 great beasts came up from the sea, diverse from one another. The first was a lion, and had eagle's wings. I beheld till the wings thereof was plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made stand upon the feet of a man, and a man's heart was given to it. And behold, another beast, a second, like a bear, and it had up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, Arise, devour much flesh. After this I beheld, and lo, another, like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings, and of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. So, in these verses we see a parallel of the beast. So, to be sure if this is really talking about the same thing, let's go to chapter 7, verse 7. "And this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, a strong and exceeding, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns." Remember when we read Revelation 13, 10 horns. So there are 4 beasts. The one is the leopard, the other is the lion, the other is the bear, and it mentions a fourth beast fiercer than the other three. Okay? So what does that mean? So, these four beasts represent the four political empires, no? The four beasts in Daniel 7:3-7 are as follows. The lion is the Babylonian Empire. The bear, the Medo-Persian Empire, and the leopard is the Persian Empire. Now, there is a bit of contention what the fourth beast represents. Some say it's the Greeks, some say it's the Romans. But the fourth beast is actually the beast that is spoken of in Revelation chapter 13, verses 1 and 2. So, in reference to the mark, that mark comes from a political party of sorts, a global empire represented by a person, which is the Antichrist. Now, so there is a political system that is upcoming that will have control over the other states of the world. So that answers the first question. Let's go to the next one. Before that, the deification of secular authority. The mark of the beast represents a unified or united totalitarian government that people will regard as both supreme and holy. Now, dili ta ignorant of such an example because the Vatican is actually a city-state which is both a religious entity and a political entity, right? So this is something quite bigger. So, in relation to the vaccines, let us look at the following vaccines. There's Pfizer, Novavax, AstraZeneca, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, and the Sputnik V and Sinovac, as well as 2 or 3 other vaccines. Do they represent a political system? Yes or no? No. Right? These companies do not represent any political system. In fact, Novavax is a vaccine that is in a company in the United States but largely manufactured in India. This is the 80 million that's coming to our country on July. So these companies do not represent a political system. Okay, so that's an indicator of where we're headed with regards to the answer. Is the vaccine the mark of the beast? Next. My notes is not moving. Vaccine patent protection by big pharma and sponsor states like the United States is causing a big rift among rich and poor nations right now. Okay, so with this vaccine, in fact, is not a unification but a, kanya-kanya. We're afraid. We're having an emergency meeting with the task force tomorrow because it looks like the July schedule might be delayed because India might hold on to our inventory. So for those of you who reserve the Novavax vaccines, I'm sorry to tell you, it might be delayed. So, again, this proves that the difference between the mark of the beast and the vaccine now is the sponsors. Okay? The mark of the beast is sponsored by a political system. The vaccines are private corporations. Okay? Sige. Next. Are you following so far? Okay lang? World leaders who have underestimated and or mislabeled this virus other than being deadly, unrelenting, and unpredictable. Their people suffered unspeakable losses. Right now, India is suffering. Millions are affected by this virus. And because of a leadership gap, once upon a time, the United States is the same, Brazil is the same, and many other countries that had a position of not seriously taking the vaccine, and starting early in their mitigation strategies. So what did it do? It caused a great division, distrust, and demoralization among the people. So the stark contrast is that during the time of the mark of the beast, there is actually a unified front of all people bewildered by the miraculous revival of the Antichrist. No? If you look at your Bible, the Antichrist was struck down by a sword, miraculously, quote unquote. He revived, and people saw that as a miracle, and they rallied behind this, charming world leader. I suppose he came about because there was a crisis prior to that. And the difference between that time and now is because we don't have one central figure that is unifying world leaders. So that's one of the arguments. The other difference is that, in contrast, today, misinformation is coming from all different places. Facebook, Twitter, mga feeds, newspaper, blogs, tabloids, all types of misinformation coming from all different angles. You know what? During the time of the mark of the beast, there will be only one source of misinformation. It will only come from one source. And that is, stated here in Revelation chapter 13, verse 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. What are those miracles? There are two types of miracles that happen. One, again, the revival of the Antichrist from what could have been a fatal blow. The Bible says it was through a sword. So he sort of resurrected. The other miracle was that when the false prophet came in the picture, he sort of encouraged the people to make an image for the Antichrist, which he made, which he animated. So that image became sort of alive. So that's a miracle. And this is what the miracles are spoken of. Which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. This is what I was talking about now. So, again, information during this time is controlled. Unlike today, you can create your own, there's no censure. Facebook will allow you to say anything, things like that. Sige. So let's move to the second question. Is it a religious seal? Okay? So let's tackle that question. Revelation chapter 7, verses 2 to 4. By the way, when you talk about a mark, the beast is not the original source of the idea of a mark. Actually, way early in Revelation 7, there is another mark, but this is the seal of God. Indicating that the mark of the beast is a polar opposite of the seal of God. Therefore, is a religious mark. Are you following me? Okay, so let's read. Revelation 7:2-4. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. There you go. A seal of the living God. Brother Norman, basig you're reading, stuff into the text. Basig dili na mao'y pasabotan. Basig figurative na. Okay, let's move on and read now. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of God, of our God, in their foreheads. If you look at this, you will remember what happened in the Passover days when God instructed the Israeli nation to cover the posts and the lintels with blood so that the death angel will not harm them. That is almost the same here. God is saying, do not execute destruction until you secured my people. This is the verse 4, the 144,000. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000, and all the tribes of the children of Israel. So, there is a seal of God. The opposite or the polar opposite of the mark of the beast. The Antichrist or Satan is a copycat. No? And he would like to copy everything that the Lord does. So he invents his own mark. Okay. Balhinta sa Revelation 13, 15, 16 to 18. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. There you go. This is a totalitarian, a very ruthless government. No? And he causeth all, both small and great, big nation, small nation, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, asa, right hand, and in their foreheads. Okay? Look at the verses and it strongly indicates something perceptible, something tangible, and not an idea. The mark of the beast is not an idea. Right? Here is wisdom. We read this, where this number is given, that is 666. Okay, let's move forward. So, there are three personalities in Revelation 13. No? Number one, the dragon, no? Which is Satan in Revelation 12:9 and 13 verse 4. Please note na lang, we don't have time to read the text. The first beast, which we read in Revelation 13:1-3, the Bible says he is from the sea, which means that he is a Gentile leader. He was fatally wounded but revived, and he rules over a 10-nation confederacy. Okay? So, this sort of alludes where this beast will come from. More likely Europe, no? Because there's a 10-nation confederacy right now in Europe. No? So, this is the Antichrist, the first beast. The second beast is the false prophet. This is number one, a religious leader. No? The Bible says he will come from the earth, which scholars believe is Israel. And this person is the lead sponsor of the mark. Okay? So you need to remember this. No? The false prophet is the lead sponsor for the mark. Meaning to say, siya ay brainchild, anak. Yahan ang idea. Or maybe shared idea na siya ay executor. Right? So, please note lang that one. We'll go back to that right now. So the key is the spiritual component. Now, kamong hadlok mo take og mark of the beast, remember this. The beast first had to establish credibility in terms of political power. Secondly, in terms of spiritual power, they performed a miracle. So when that was established, people started moving to their side. Of course, there's a small fragment of people that rebelled and resisted. No? Particularly the 144,000 will be, a few of them. Number two, now there is affinity. Meaning to say that the mark of the beast, when it is executed, the people will align with it. Which leads me to believe you will not be forced to take the mark of the beast. Maybe, for safety, they're afraid to die, they will align with it. But people who take the mark of the beast will know one thing. It is a spiritual mark. No? They will not take it unless they know. If you take it, you change religions. No? If you take it, imagine this. A Muslim taking the mark of the beast. Diba? A Hindu maybe, but a Muslim taking the mark of the beast will definitely ring, I was kind of thinking of that. That's very hard to do, but they will take the mark of the beast. Maybe for political leverage, maybe for economic reasons, maybe for genuinely they think this is the Messiah. Right? But, at the end, everybody will be forced down to submission. Remember this. No one will get the mark of the beast unless they receive it as a religious token or seal. Okay? From a religious leader, not a person from the CDC, the World Health Organization, or the Health Department. Definitely not si Secretary Duque. No? Right? So that's the difference there. The vaccine is not the mark of the beast because the sponsor and lead agencies that is disseminating it is a medical, technical group of nations, diverse, different strategies. The mark of the beast is sponsored by the false prophet. Okay? And it is sponsored in such a way that if you do not take the mark of the beast, you die. Do you have those conditions karon? Ma'am Liberty, na moingon nimo, Ma'am Liberty, magpabaksin ka, no babaks yun, kung dili, tigbas ka. Wala, di ba? No one is forcing you or threatening your life to take the vaccine. You know, I'm using logic here, very clear logic, right? Okay, sige. I'm glad you agree. So is it a piece of tech? This is where my expertise come in. Introduction na tong uban. Is it a piece of technology? Let's look at again Revelation. Chapter 13, verse 16 to 18. Again, he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Okay? So what did the Bible say? No one can buy or sell. Usahay kita, we are focused on buy. You know? Mas lisod actually in this time ang sell. Okay, I will explain. Do I have your attention so far? Okay pa ta? Okay. If it were not for a marketplace component, the mark itself does not have to be a technology. You know what? Because if I have a mark in my right hand or my forehead, we can do an honor system. I will go to the shop and maybe si Pastor Mark ang tagiya sa shop. Pastor Mark, palit ko. Na ako'y Mark. Ingon si Pastor Mark, oh, papaliton ta ka. Na ako'y Mark. Ano lang, honor system. And that's it. We can buy and sell. No tech involved. If you can imagine this to be in the time of Peter and the apostles, how do you execute the mark of the beast? Ano lang siya, honor system. The problem is that in our world, we do not buy and sell that way anymore. We buy Lazada. We buy through many online channels. So how do you do honor system mark of the beast? Cannot be, right? Cannot be. So there must be a technology component. Okay, let's entertain the idea that this might be supernaturally powered. Now, because we see Satan powerful. And by the way, we believe this, I believe this, na ay mga religious artifacts that are demon-possessed or demon-influenced. Tinood na. Now, can the mark of the beast be also like that? Possibly. But there is no evidence in the Bible that Satan can do that globally. Satan is powerful, but not all-powerful. The other thing we know about the Satan in the Bible is he's a control freak. So more likely, he will depend on a network technology to be able to control, everybody in the entire world, great and small, rich and poor. Mama na tanan, wala may exempted, bond or free, pati ito priso, butangan og mark of the beast. Di ba? Okay? Basig mahurot ang mga demons ni Satanas ba? Kulang man ta. No, we need to recruit more. Kay daghan kayong tao, ibutang ang mark of the beast niya. Bantayan nato na kung ma-activate ba sila sa power sa mark of the beast. So the practical idea would be to use the basic technologies we already have. No? So, but this technology has developed over time. Dili ni siya karon lang. Kay karon lang gud makakita lang ta ani hala, malisang na dayon ta. You know what? This all started in terms of the technology that is involved here 22 years ago. Okay? So, there is what is called social engineering in hacking. This is a long-term social engineering job by the Antichrist. I will explain. There are 4 phases of this mass deception. Number 1, I hope you can see there, no? The collection of information coming from you, no? So this information gathering, I said, happened 20 to 24 years ago. Why do I say that? 22 years ago, Google was established. Okay? 17 years ago, Facebook was established. Guess what? Concerned ka ito ba aning mark of the beast? Do you know? Every time you go to Facebook, give your stuff, the things that you do, that is being tracked by artificial intelligence to profile you so that the next time you use Facebook, you will be drawn to it like an addiction. Do you understand why you are addicted to Facebook? There are algorithms designed for you to be addicted in Facebook. Why do you know that, Sir Norman? We know that because I am in that industry and we talk about those things. Okay? Those algorithms are real. It's in Twitter, it's in LinkedIn, it's more in Facebook. Okay? So, pantay mo. That's why I don't have a Facebook account. You know? I don't. No, akong asawa na. Phase 2. Establishing a relationship. This is conditioning. This is where we are right now. I will not pretend that dili mo angay concerned. Because we are in phase 2 already, where we are conditioning, okay, the world of certain stuff. Conditioning where we're restricted in our mobility. Conditioning where, you know, the state is saying, o di sa mo kasimbaron ha, kay dili pa pwede. Ano ba? This is not yet it. We are just being groomed. Gihinay-hinay taog accept ani. Actually, dili man kamo ang target ato mga bata. The children that will live at home, 15-year-old and below, are the one being conditioned. They are the ones that will actually go through this turbulent times, no? If not them, the alpha generation following them. Okay? So your concern should not be, maapil ka hakuha ng mark of the beast. Dili na, tigulang na kayo mo. No? Ayaw na. Most likely, ingon lagi mi ni Marvin, dili, Sir Norms, walay catastrophic nga buta nga mahitabo ato didto kay ingon gud sila, they will marry, they will kuan, and it seems like normal nya maabot ang Ginoo mo rapture na ta. And then I argued, for children that were born 2020 onwards, normal to them is wearing masks. Normal to them is not going to school because the state said so. Normal to them is being curtailed sa atong religious freedoms because that's, you know, katong mga bata nga karon lang ni gawas ba? Diba? When they have consciousness, when they will have the ability to perceive things, mao na ilang nakitaan. Who will tell kani dili ni mo worsen? Diba? Nagtuo mo nga maayo ni, no? I hope so. But what if not? But for the children of the next generation, that will be their normal. Okay? So, ang mga bata atong kausa normal mo swing gyud kag bata. Children's ministry man ako ministry. Okay? Third, exploitation. This is programming. Again, this programming will happen to a generation of people that will be more susceptible to the idea of subjugation. Kabantay mo, daghan na ang world leaders nga kanang strong arm. Bahala kung sa ilang buhaton, musugot ra ang mga tao. Nya, maingon ko, ganahan niya na niya. Nya karon bali na ang right, wrong, ang wrong, right. Di ba? Sa una, dili man na, klaro man ang black and white sa to. Karon, you know, people are, you know, twisted in their ideas. And that is because of a systemic programming in social media, in mainstream media as well. The last aspect of social engineering, or the phases of mass deception, is the attack execution, which is actually reorientation. Okay? Okay. How do I say that? In the past, when children see a monster with horns, they run to their parents or hide under a blanket. Today, when they see a character with a horns, avatar. Right? Kanang may drawing sa naman niya ugly, di na mahadlok ang mga bata na. Dili na mahadlok. That's part of their games. Okay? So during the time, if a beast comes that is hideous, yung mga bata, avatar. Right? That's reorientation. So there is going to be a massive shift in consumer behavior because of these biases. And people, those especially na naandad na at home, will order more online than offline. O kung ganahan mo negosyo, online. No? I'm giving you a clue. No? So, basta kay hapit na mahurot ang time. The inflection point is this. No? Human intuitive perspective in terms of technology has increased double every year since 2015 when artificial intelligence became mainstream. Diba? Count, 2015 to now, 6 years. We have grown our technology 38 times. Another 5 years, we will grow our technology. We will expand, extend, and increase our capacity in terms of technology 1,024 times. Twice every year. Setting the stage of a technological advancement that will allow the beast, the Antichrist, to control global economic systems. Karon dili man, mapalit ka sa Ayala, na point of sale dito, chikaching, na may uban na, wala na ka-network. Kani, buy and sell, naatanan, recorded. No? Palit ka lipstick, sakpan ka sa Antichrist. You know? Right. So, the issue with the mark is actually the most important factor is digital buy and sell. Right? Maunang, no man might buy or sell save that had the mark. Dili si Pastor Mark, ang mark. No? Mauna siya ha? Di lagi mo lihok. Tara. So, let's understand the technology. Napata diri. How it works, what it is, what it's not, its components, its infrastructure, and its operation. Wow, nosebleed na ko kay technical naman na. No, para maka-appreciate mo, kay na ako'y madunggan usay mo, tinlog diri, maingon na, ang mark of the beast, GPS na, dili gyud na pwede. No? Kung GPS na, magkarga sa kag baterya, ingon na ni kadaka, oh. Kung GPS na. So, the mark of the beast is not a geolocation tracker. It is for buy and sell. Mao man ingon sa Bible. No? Sige. So, what it's not? First of all, it is not intangible or imperceptible. The Bible explicitly says it will be put in the right hand and in the forehead and it will be received. Diba? Indicating perceptibility and physicality. Okay, number 2, it cannot be delivered from one part of the body via a liquid injectable. Okay, nga naman. The technology required for you to be able to do that now, og injeksyonan ka diri kung naa na microchip, unya mo adto diri, unya mo adto maagi diha, unya mo adto diri, maagi sa imong ilong bagyod nya diri. Okay? It is much easier for a Tesla car to drive from here autonomously padung liluan nga way tao unya traffic kaayo. Masayon pa to, mas posible pa to technologically than a chip that will be injected here, unya mudagan diri, unya muadto diri, moagi sa imong ilong, unya diri. That is technologically impossible today. Okay? O ganahan mo, i-challenge ko ana adto sa opisina kay sultian ta kang ano. Okay? The power alone to do that is very immense. And those chips do not have power. Okay? Thirdly, it is not an electronic tracker. Wala may reason nga nung tracker na. And if it is a tracker, you have to power it, and powering it in your right hand and in your forehead is right now medyo dili pa kayo. No? Sige. What it might be. Okay, it might be a very sophisticated tag. Hala, nigawas na ra ba ang air tag? No? Kana kaha? No. No? It's smaller than the air tag. It's short range, wireless, microtransceiver. Murag radyo ba na radyo? It has a non-volatile data storage para mabutang imong pangalan, imong credit card account, asa ka nagpalit. It has an embedded encryption and authentication. Nga, ikaw, yun na. Si Marvin, yun na. No? Dili lain. Kaya para dili mas spoof. Ano ba daw? Or it is a subdermal code. Para sa ano? Marag tissue ba? Nga na ay QR code, nga 3D printed. No? Hunya, holographic siya, dili makita para cosmetically approved. No? It is a bio-subdermal seal with a super-connected cloud service. Okay, so if it's chip-based, mao ni ang components. It's like a credit card. It has a unique identity, and it is wireless in gathering power. Kanang murag inig-ana nimo mo power on siya, no? Wala siya in self-power, passive, murag naay energy harvesting. But it is a smart tissue implant, which is more likely, I'm leaning towards this. No? It must be a 3D printed subdermal biointerface. Laluma na eh. Ako ang good ka ng tattoo ba? Tattoo. High-tech nga tattoo. Mao na ipasabutan na. Okay? And then there's artificial intelligence to determine nga maunang tattoo, mark of the beast na. And then, of course, a network, a internet-based bio-authenticator. Okay. By the way, this vial is real. So, existing subdermal tech implants today. Today. Okay, the RFID implants, daanan na nga technology, 2000s pa na, na ginabutang sa cow. Right? Sa baka. Ayaw mo kabalaka o magpatano mo ana ron diha, dili mo mahimong baka. No? Unless maingon ka sa magbabaka, baka na ko ha? Nya ingon na magbabaka, baka ka. No? Pero dili na makaunsa sa inyo. Just putting tech in your right hand does not harm you in any way. Right? Remember, there is a religious, spiritual component in receiving the mark of the beast. Okay? The second one is the DARPA, the Department of Advanced Research Projects, bioelectronic tissue. What is this all about? This is actually a tissue implant, kanang green nga nasa iyahang naglutaw-lutaw, diha, is the tissue. It is a check light system, mura ka na sa auto bitaw nga, og daot mo check light, that detects kung naa kay COVID-19 or wala, or any virus in your system, in your body. Okay? Ang problema na lang ron, ang delivery system na, unsaon pagbutang, but they are already in phase 3 trials. Okay? So this is more likely the technology. No? I wouldn't say which one. The other one is Elon Musk's neural implant, which is actually a implant in the brain that will attach you to a supercomputer or to a computer system. At wala man ingon nga sa back of the kwan diri man, no? And this is murag dili kayo likely. Okay. So this is how it will happen, no? So first of all, 666. In binary terms, 666 will be read as kanang a number. 101001110. That is 666. Ang QR code representation niya, kung ayaw yung camera, scan ang code. That is 666. So, there are different forms. Dili good ka makakita og 666 diri sa agtang, no? I presume dili, no? That is cosmetically not kuan. More likely an invisible ink nga inig-shine og kuan makita ang QR code. No? Okay. So, it is connected. It can be read through a scanner relayed to 5G network or satellite. Kabantay mo karon ang mga satellite systems nagkadaghan na. Elon Musk's Starlink, 35,000 satellites so that everywhere in the world there is internet connection. So there can be buy and sell for great and small, free and bond. No? Mao man na ang point ana, network connectivity all around the world. Every square inch of the planet with network connection. Okay? Center to that is an authenticator. Inig buy and sell nimo pangitaon na yun ka kinsa man ni. It will allow you to buy and sell ug makapasar ka, and it will go to a real-time, unified financial clearing house. Okay? And that has never happened. Lain-lain ang clearing house, lain-lain nga bangko. Kani central clearing house. Every transaction will go through this in real time. We don't have the computing capacity right now to do that. Now, of course, quantum computing is coming of age. But right now, this is yet impossible. Okay? Sige, next. So let's go to, hapit na ko mahuman. I promise, mahuman ako ni Sir Mark. Let's hurry. Is the vaccine the mark of the beast? The answer? No, because it does not match biblical descriptions. It is in the wrong timeline. The mark of the beast will be commissioned during the tribulation period. Wala na ta dere. Together with the appearance of 3 end-time characters. Wala, pasad na sila karon. Okay? Remember that. It is not sponsored by a global state religion yet. Kaning ato ang vaccine ba? The mark of the beast involves a leader who will be revived from a fatal wound and will force people to worship his image. Lastly, vaccines are not used for buying and selling. Okay? The mark of the beast is an instrument primarily for buying and selling digitally. That's the difference. See? Dako kaig diferensya, no? If you know these facts. So what are vaccine passports, no? Mga tayo akong isulti ganiha. What about vaccine passports? While it involves curtailment of your mobility, kaya og dili na mo, wala mo vaccine passport, di man mo pasudlon. Right? It does not restrict you from trading. You can still buy and sell, mas hindi ka kadto. Nga naman, pwede man ka mag-cellphone. So dili siya mark of the beast. Right? It's bad, but it's not the mark of the beast. Maura yun na. That's a fact. Similar instruments already exist compared to the vaccine passport. Ang passport, ang visa, ang entrance exam, driver's license, senior citizen pass. Okay? Naana na yung mga yun, nana. Dili na siya bago. Okay? Next. It's a proof of health document. Dili ni siya proof of fealty to a central leader, which is what the mark of the beast is about. Right? The vaccination passport is a proof of health, not a proof of alliance or fealty. Right? O, sige. So, pahuman ako. We are studying this so that we do not miss the mark. Usahay man God, nagka-problema ta ni kay mao na lagi end times. Na, dili na ta mag-focus sa atong mission and ministry. When 41% of the world population are now experiencing depressive disorders in this pandemic, 1 of every 3 adolescent child will have anxiety disorder before they are even 18. Those that are disenfranchised, kaya kitang mga adults, mura man tag concern kayo niya. Nagtapok to diri, gibiyaan nato atong mga bata sa balay without any spiritual guidance. We need to focus on them because they are the generation that I am talking about. Remember the timelines? Di ba? Okay. So, again, human ako. Sorry, na-overshoot ko gamay. Okay lang? The first step to solving a problem is recognition. That is what is taught us in engineering. The first step in solving a problem is recognition. Now, in this COVID situation, kitang tanan, dapat this is what should happen. As a professional involved in a nationwide campaign to make things better for our country, number 1, if you had COVID, open the lines of communication so that others will understand it. Dili sila mahadlok. No, kita kay maghilom-hilom manoon ta. No? Mas maayoy ako, ganahan ko maminaw ni testimony si Ben Ilagan sa kuha nga ni kaampo na kuno siya nga, Lord, ug kuaon ko nimo atiman na si Carol ug akong anak ha nya dayon taud-taud dingi siya, Lord, akong bawian akong prayer. Ayaw lang kog patsa, Lord. Na-bless ko eh. Na-bless gani ko. Samot na tong uban nga nahadlok yun. Di ba? Let's not hide this under a rug as if it is taboo ba. COVID is COVID, it's real. Na COVID mo, fine, sulti. No? Dili mo na mo i-ostracize. Number 2, confrontation is better than denial. No? Confront the problem, move forward. Now, if you have an issue about vaccines, pangita ang unsay tinuod about vaccines. Dili siya mark of the beast. Number 3, empathy is better than apathy. Usay kita, nag-away na tungod aning mark of the beast and kaning vaccine, unya kaning, nagsige na taglalis. No? Compassion before zeal. Kay zealous ka ita sa atong belief. About mao mong gisulti atong tele-evangelist. Oh, natuo pa ka ato. No? Number 4, while we are concerned about our ministries, dili baya pareha sa time nila Paul nga gipangpunggutan sila ulo. That is not as bad as we are not yet in a situation where it's as bad as that. I will tell you, innovating our ministries will mitigate most of our limitations today. Okay? Mao nang ang mga bata dili pwede online. No? Kami kinadaghanan og Zoom account. Kami ministry sa simbahan daghan mig Zoom account. Kung ganahan mo manghulam, anhin na mo. Innovate. So, to wrap up, is the vaccine the mark of the beast? Pun intended, not by a long shot. Okay? Thank you and good evening.